The Brad Holmes thing.
Saucy Brad.
Saucy Brad.
He was talking shit, dude.
I love when Brad gets on his shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, he did it a little bit last year when he started roasting all the reporters for doubting his picks. And he's at it again, Neil.
He's gaslighting Lions fans.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's just telling you how he feels.
Yeah.
Well, because what the fuck more does this guy have to do before anybody quits questioning him?
I think that's the root of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I'd feel. Like, you dumb mother. I've taken you to an NFC Championship game. I took you to 15-2. I built this roster from dust when a fat fuck with a pencil was driving it into the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I came here. I salvaged your whole franchise. I gave you relevance. And you still want to question me? Like,
And you know he see it all. He see all the, why didn't you get an edge talk? Yeah, it gets annoying.
I would spit in Matt Patricia's face if I saw him in real life.
well, no, talk to Matt Patricia. He had a big part in drafting the key pieces.
Yeah.
That's still wild, by the way.
But yeah, I mean, like, that's my, like, I know people come at me about the Jared Goff thing, but I look at it the same, right? Like, what more does a guy have to do to get some damn respect from you? Does he have, it has to be a Super Bowl or he's not good at his job? Like, taking a team and making it relevant for the first time in its entire history wasn't good enough for you to be like, yeah, maybe Brad does know what he's doing. Like, I just don't understand these fans. And I think it's a little PTSD of, hey, you know, it's draft day. We're supposed to be pissed off. They're going to make the wrong move. They're going to try to be smarter than the room. And back in the day when you're trying to be smarter than the room with a Jelani Tavai, where even ESPN doesn't have the highlights
Jamie
ready
Collins.
to go.
Right.
Jamie Collins paying that dude. When
Tease
that stuff
Tabor.
happened, like, I think it's conditioned us to be like, these guys don't know what they're doing. But Brad, what more does he need to do? He pulled Amon-Ra St. Brown out of the 4th round, and you're questioning him going up to the 3rd to grab a wide receiver? I think he knows a little bit about wide receivers. Didn't he get Cooper Kupp in L.A.? Wasn't he part of the team that drafted Puka Nacua, or at least scouted him? So what are we doing here? This is why I defend so hard Jared Goff and my guys on the Lions, because what they've delivered to me in the past 3 years, I have only dreamed of my entire life. I had prayed for a competitive team. I had prayed for home playoff wins. Super Bowl, yeah, I know I'm going to burn my own car. I know that's going to be a crazy experience. But what they've given me in the past 3 years was more than I've ever had in my entire life. So none of those guys are going to get slandered from my mouth.
And here's the deal, Stick. People, and I think you're doing this with Cade Cunningham. I think you're guilty of this with Cade. The same thing you're saying that people are guilty of with Brad Holmes is from this perspective. He has given you no reason to think that it won't continue and improve. There's no reason to think that. None whatsoever.
Of this year, right? Going into this year, there was lots of reason. Would you
No.
not agree? Like, I
No.
think this season has cemented Cade as, yeah, that's the dude. He's ascending.
Yes.
Leading into this year, it was, and that's been my whole quote, is Cade went, when we drafted him, I'm like, he's the man. 2 years in, I was like, okay, now I need him to prove it to me a little bit. This year, proved it.
But the numbers dictate that he was always that, dude.
Exactly.
They've never not been that way.
And season 2, he was injured.
But you knocked Jaden Ivey earlier for not being available. He wasn't available in those teams. And then you got to admit, last year was the worst Piston team in history. Whether it's Cade's fault or not, his name's
not.
on it.
It's still not his fault.
Right. Like, again.
But his name's on it, KG. You can't be a part of something and say you weren't a part of something.
And you know what else his name is on? The biggest turnaround in NBA history.
And that's because
that's his latest episode.
And exactly. But
Not the pilot episode,
But what did
his
I
latest
say?
episode.
What did I say? Leading into this year. After this year, there are no questions.
The
But
other
going
episodes
into
wasn't
this
that
year,
bad.
Yeah.
At least from him.
He haven't officially put his
Okay, here we
stamp.
go. Here we go. Cue Ball 93. Is Brad Holmes paying Woodward Sports to glaze his ball? Cue Ball, tell me the problem.
No.
Cue Ball, you go in the chat. Tell me the problem with Brad Holmes. You do it, please. It's about a 20-second run time. I'll wait.
And for the record, Brad Holmes doesn't have to pay me to glaze him. I'll glaze him any day of the week, up, down, Woodward, all the way from Pontiac to Detroit. I don't care.
What reason do you have to think that this organization won't win a Super Bowl? For real. What reason?
That it's hard. I mean, like,
Well, no shit.
But that's the thing. Like, that's why I really have a tough time with this. If they don't win a Super Bowl, Dan Campbell's not a good coach. Brad Holmes is not a good GM. Jared Goff's not a good quarterback. Amon-Ra St. Brown's not a good wide receiver. Penei Sewell's not a good tackle. Like, that's where I have issues when people get into the Super Bowl or nothing, because What you have now is a Super Bowl contender, and that's all you can ask for in the NFL. I'm going to be in the fight year in and year out, and eventually I'm going to win the fight. That's all you can do is increase your odds every year. Like look at the Eagles, for Christ's sakes. Last year it was fire Sirianni. They don't know what they're doing. This year they won a damn Super Bowl. So it's like you say with basketball, it's not linear. You just have to be there and be one of the guys in the fight that's seriously considered to win it.
Jeff reviews. The only question about Cade before the season was injuries, not his play.
Exactly.
And I would say the only question about the Lions is injuries, not their play. Literally the exact same thing. Woodward Sports chat thread. This one is good here. Terrell FL. I don't trust him when it comes to building a pass rush. Everything else, sure. Well, Terrell, 2023 pressure rate. Detroit Lions, #1 in the league.
Go.
The last full year of Aiden Hutchinson. So, Terrell, any other questions?
Go the first
Cue Ball
5
93.
games.
Any other questions? No, please keep bringing it to me.
Go the first 5 games when they were healthy last year. And that's where Terrell,
He led the league in sacks.
Terrell lives in Florida and smokes crack. That I'm convinced. The guy always just has some weird, where's the parade? And it's like, just quit repeating the same things. Just stop, Terrell.
So, for real, any other questions? Cut the shit, man. You want to sit there and come and talk about it? Then come on in here and have a discussion about it. Lay it out here. In 2023, they led the NFL in pressure rate. Is that not a pass rush?
I would say it is.
That's how they keep track of it, right? Isn't that essentially the whip for pass rush?
Pretty much, yeah.
What are we doing here?
Well, I thought, was it you guys talking about it yesterday? Name a better pass rush that they have. Name a better room. Name a better defensive end room in the NFL.
I went through this yesterday, yeah.
Yeah. There isn't one. You can argue, okay, Max Crosby's better than Aiden Hutchinson if you want to have
Super Bowl Cartier, Brad is allergic to pass rush. They led the NFL in pressure rate in 2023. Aiden Hutchinson's last full healthy year. Well, again, I know some of you didn't hear that, so I just said it again.
And didn't Brad Holmes draft edge rushers round 1 and round 2 in the same year with Aiden Hutchinson and Pascal?
Yes.
So he's addressed it in the draft, right?
Yep.
He's done what you've asked, right? And he got probably arguably the best one ever.
And he traded for the best pass rusher that was moved at the deadline last year. A guy that came in here.
And he's going to re-sign him.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know their frustration, but yeah,
I get it,
that's what it is for,
come on.
Hutch is like that, boys. You think Pittsburgh's pass rush would be top of the league if TJ Watt got hurt?
Right.
Do you think Houston's pass rush would be top of the league if Danielle Hunter got hurt? If you lose your blue chip guy, you're not going to be as good. That's just what it is. And not just your blue chip guy, but your interior defensive lineman, your guy on the other side of your blue chip guy, another young pass rusher that you added to be a rotational piece. I understand that what you saw down the stretch last year you did not like when it came to rushing the passer and it came to the defense. You need to understand that isn't your team on paper.
And by the way, coming down the stretch last year, the sacks they did get, who got him?
Zadarius Smith.
Where did he come from?
Brad Holmes traded for him.
Oh, he didn't parachute into the facility one day and show up?
No.
Oh, so he did address it. Okay, cool. Got it. Players. Neil, I'm in agreement with you, but I don't want to hear you shitting on Hutchinson for having 10 sacks and leading the NFL in pressures. Players, what did I say?
There needs to be more.
And what did he do last year?
There was more.
Well, you sound a lot like me with Cade Cunningham.
It's not the same, though.
Well, no, except
it's not the same.
No.
Got him.
You sound like Pete.
Yeah.
That maniacal ass.
No,
Villain
except
laugh.
Oh, you needed to see more, Neil?
Yeah.
You didn't officially say he arrived yet until he actually
But
did it?
saying you need to see more from a guy that got better every single year he was in the fucking league is nuts, bro.
Aiden hasn't?
Jesus.
It's the same thing.
And he took a step forward, just like Cade took a step forward this year. This is the year Cade took a step
Y'all
forward.
starting to see it now, boys.
This is no,
Y'all
but
starting to see it,
Cade had
boys.
taken the step forward already before this playoff.
He's a top 10 player. He's going to be second team All NBA.
It was facts.
Yeah. So in the end, I was right.
Yeah.
I didn't criticize him in the playoffs. because he's done it 2 out of 3 times on the road. Been immaculate in the fourth quarter of road playoff games and got it done.
But
did
it's
he,
okay
did he stumble to one?
It's okay to want to see more from your top 1 to 2 pick. It's
right,
okay.
but then they give it to you, and
right.
then there's nothing left to say.
Yeah.
Right.
There's nothing left to say about Cade
And
Cunningham.
we're getting to that point. No,
I am telling you now, there is nothing left to say about Aiden Hutchinson other than how can he come back from this injury. There's nothing
Yeah.
left to say.
Yeah.
He showed it last year.
Exactly.
He was a force.
Yeah.
He would have, if he stayed healthy, he would have broke the sack record and been the
Oh,
runaway
yeah,
defensive
by
player of the
far.
year. Not even close
I mean,
defensive
shit,
player.
he was still in the top 10, wasn't he? He
Right.
played 5 games.
I feel so bad for the guy, man.
Yeah, he was on.
That
pace.
was his year. It was literally his year.
Dumbo Jumbo. Neil, your show attracts morons. Why don't we don't get this on the heavies? Shout out heavies daily 5 to 7.
Shout out.
Oh, of course,
They have
man.
a very toxic chat. I don't know about that.
Love it.
Yeah, Mike G. But Neil craps on Hutch just because he wore maize and blue.
Yep.
Get it?
Yeah, why do you hate Hutch,
no,
Neil?
I wanted more, and
Well,
then
that's
I
the-
got
why,
more.
Why would you want
Duh.
more?
As a noted Michigan guy,
should've
that ain't the
known.
reason.
You
With
should've
Hutch, that
known.
ain't the reason.
He had already arrived the minute he touched the court. He graced us with our presence.
Well, the historic
field.
numbers that he put up.
He had an over pursuit problem. He got better over time.
And that was it.
It's
Yeah,
almost
and
like
that was it. Literally, that was it. He had to develop a move.
I love this.
What?
I just love it.
I do too. No, Danny G. Terrell FL call in, or you're just proving you're a whiny bitch. I don't do calls on this show. Sorry. People,
Rod.
callers aren't good at this.
They are if you have a good screener.
I found that callers aren't good at this. So that's all I can say.
Rod.
We don't need callers here. You guys, I think I cover everyone's. I can.
You do
I
very
can,
well with
I
the
can
chat.
cover everyone's contributions more with the chat.
Yeah, you do.
I can
That's
do a
your
better
formula.
job of it that way. Nick Pancone. Funny thing is, he paid for that comment. Shh, don't tell him that. Skydog722. Neil, Hutch did exactly that in 2021 after being out for most of the 20 season. Not worried about him doing it again.
Agreed.
No, and Skydog, right. I said if you were going to ask the question,
Yeah.
that would be a
That's the
question
only question mark.
I would listen to. And Hutch strikes me as somebody who it's not about going jet skiing in the summer and shit like this.
He works.
This is it. This is all there is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't make the gains he did in recovery and doing the shit that he's doing
Well,
right now.
also his injury. If you're gonna get an injury,
That's the injury to
That's the
have.
injury. Like, and I hate saying that because it's like, oh, I'm happy with the injury he got. No, that's not the takeaway. But if you're gonna break a bone, snap it clean in half so it can heal properly, and bones heal faster than your muscles, and you have to retrain all those. So, if anything, he's gonna come back full speed.
Yep. I
Like-
fully expect him to be the same player he was when he
And
was.
once again, not that you're happy the Lions didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but you're also, there was a chance of him trying to push himself, come back, and further the injury down the road. Now, you're getting full Hutch right out.